Okay, so I deleted some stuff. Part 2 is gonna be redone now. So, starting with number 4. Yeah, another character from Batman and Robin. I bet you're all very surprised. George Clooney as Batman. I don't even really need to say anything here, but I'm going to anyway. So, you're gonna see a lot of Batman and Robin characters on the list. Understandably so. If you search Batman and Robin on YouTube and you watch the trailer, then watch any scene from the Dark Knight trilogy, it's gonna make you question your mental state. Anyway, George Clooney is on here. He really did not care about the movie. He even said himself, he wasn't really comfortable with the whole Batman thing. I can see that. But he did it anyway, and it was a disaster. And I think he did it because he wanted the money. That was it. And not to mention the nipples on the Batsuit were ridiculous. The ass shots were ridiculous. And the Batsuit did not even look like a Batman suit. It didn't at all. It's like, I can't even describe it, but it did not look like a Batman suit. I can assure you that. Number 3, taking a break from Batman Robin for a little. Halle Berry as Catwoman. You know she was a disaster. You know that her role was an absolute mess when she actually accepts the Razzie she deserved. Like, I saw the video of her accepting the Razzie she deserved. She was nearly in tears. Like, basically all the movie is a big middle finger to comic book fans. There's no mention of Batman in the movie either, and so yeah, Halle Berry's actually a decent actress in a few good movies besides this monstrosity. And her career really was starting to take off after this. It's pretty much like George Clooney and Batman. It's kind of ruined her career. She knew that the movie was ass. She took the part anyway. She got paid, because she got paid a lot for it. The CGI was ridiculous in this, and, yeah. And not to mention, another thing I've got to mention is George Clooney's Batman. All it is a kick in the private parts to all fans of a dark Batman. Number 2, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. Speaking of another middle finger to comic book fans. Okay, where do I begin here? Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Blue Terminator was embarrassing, to say the least. His acting was just downright painful to watch, and the non-stop freeze puns have an ice day, ice meet you clever, right? Thought so. The scene with him, Batman and Robin in outer space when he had butterfly wings was very random and very, very, very stupid. And, yeah. His role was a disaster. I really can't explain too much. I'm trying to keep it out. I'm trying to block it out of my memory, but it is so fun to laugh at. Like, the only reason you watch Batman and Robin is to just laugh at how horrible it is. And I'm wondering, if they actually do put Mr. Freeze in the movie again, they're probably out of pun ideas, so they use them all in this freaking movie. Number 1, with a tie, both from Batman and Robin. Surprise, surprise. Pat Hingle as Bane, and Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. Mr. Freeze missed number 1 by this much. But yeah. Bane, I felt like they were just using inflatable. I actually thought that at first because his name wasn't even on the cap. Wasn't even shown at the beginning with the rest of the horrible cast from this movie. So all he did was make stupid grunt noises, and it seemed like he was just an obese man that can barely move. And not to mention, the guy who played Bane was in another one of the worst movies of all time, at least it's claimed to be, Maximum Overdrive. And so, yeah, it's not mainly why he's on his list. He was just horrible. And, not to mention, all he looked like was just some green monster thing. It didn't even look like Bane, to be honest. And, Bane's supposed to be, he's a villain that tries to break Batman's back and, cause destruction. Well, I was not him in this movie. Not even close. I mean, the most he can do is, move his leg. Poison Ivy. Now, Uma Thurman's actually a pretty good actress most of the time, I'm gonna admit. But definitely not here. A teenager could have done better, and that is very, very sad. And so, yeah. Another thing that makes zero sense about the movie, her goal and Mr. Freeze's goals are completely different. I don't even count Bane as a villain. I don't count him as a character. I don't even want him on the list. So yeah, Mr. Freeze's goal is to freeze the world. Those of you who are noobs to the movie. Poison Ivy's goal is to turn the whole world into a jungle. Clever, right? And so, the scene with her turning into the gorilla thing and pretty much every scene with her, I felt like I was watching a cheap kids musical. The movie was so bad, it literally killed the whole Batman franchise, or put it on ice. And it literally killed the whole genre of superhero movies, and that, it takes a lot for that. Joel Schumacher even apologized. I do not accept his apology for a few things. He wrote the script for every character. He designed the costumes to have the nipples. He did the ass shots. Yeah, no apology accepted there. Definitely not. And whose choice was it to put Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze? His. So, yeah, and Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl, she didn't make this list. Because, I mean, yeah, she was bad. But I didn't really, she was forgettable. But she didn't even know who Batgirl was before this movie, so that was a mistake right there. And, so, yeah. So.